Welcome back. Now, the Democratic Alliance is seeking answers from the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Lamola, over the legal standing of the South African Hajj and Umrah Council. Now, this follows SAHUC's recent announcement starting next pilgrimage season that all South African Hajj tour operators will be required to work directly under its authority, I beg your pardon. The DA says it wants clarity on whether SAHUC has the legal mandate to enforce such a move. Joining me on the line, I'd like to welcome Haseena Ismail, who is the spokesperson for the DA on tourism. Haseena, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and jazakallah so much for joining us.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and jazakallah for the invite.
No, it's an absolute pleasure. Okay, Haseena, what has prompted the DA to write to Minister Lamola regarding the status of SAHUC?
Well, frankly, you know what? I've been inundated with calls, emails, WhatsApp. You know, everybody is now, there's an outcry because obviously there's a new mandate that SAHUC is initiating. Now, previously to this, in 2022, 2023, you know, somebody highlighted to me that no, South Africa is actually regarded as an Islamic state within the Ministry of Hajj, and that is obviously negatively affecting the country with regard to quotas. So I took that document and I submitted it I submitted written questions to the minister, and the minister responded, and I also asked on the mandate of SAHUC, you know, and the minister responded to say on one set of questions that SAHUC is actually a Pilgrims Affairs Office that takes care of, you know, the sick and any increase that raised with regard to guests and so forth. And then the organizers are the tour operators. So, and then on the other end, on another question, they actually said that SAHUC has got no mandate from DIRCO to actually, you know, on behalf of the Muslims in South Africa. So I left it at that time simply because, you know, there was no uproar at that time. But now the clarity is, everybody's asking for clarity because there's new options that SAHUC is actually saying the Ministry of Hajj or, you know, the Chief Consulate has advised them that, you know, there's either option 1, 2, or 3. This is causing an outcry because this is giving SAHUC the total mandate now between the Pilgrims Affairs Office and the organizers. And apparently they've been given till the 15th. Tour operators are given till the 15th of August to giving their proposals. If they don't give in their proposals, they let out. So obviously it's an urgent matter. Today is already the 12th of August.
Okay, Haseena, I just wanted to ask, I mean, has the party, the DA, set a deadline for Minister Lamola and SAHUC in terms of evidence from the Saudi Arabian Kingdom in terms of its directive?
Unfortunately, look, I wrote a letter to the Minister of DIRCO, and I wrote a letter to CRL as well. I even reached out to SAHUC for that matter to say, you know what, can you give us more clarity on your mandate, you know, so that we can start talking to each other and get some. Unfortunately, I'm not getting the responses that we require. It's like, you know, refer to your questions. And I mean, SAHUC was initiated in 1995. My question was asked only in 2022, 2023. Must be some mandate. But obviously, SAHUC is not giving me the total mandate. So if I'm a public rep, if voters or residents come to me to take up an issue, I have to do oversight and do the necessary questions. You know? So I wrote the letters, but we didn't receive responses. So what I did today is I sent 5 applications to both SAHUC and DIRCO to say, please give us some answers because this is an urgent matter.
Haseena, of course, you now just clarified the next question that I wanted to ask, because there has been no communication there has been communication to SAHUC, but nothing in terms of a response from then. What is the next stage now going forward to try and get the clarity that the DA seeks with regards to that?
Well, look, I called the CRL Commission this morning to say, look, the response I got is they received my email, but, you know, it's been put on the chairperson of the Commission's table. So I called them this morning to say, you know what, can I get clarity on when you're going to respond? Because we need a CRL, this is such an institution. They oversee the linguistic and religious rights of the, like Muslims, Hindus, Tamils, everybody in the country, all are religious rights. So I'm waiting for them to come back to me so that I can actually get some clarity from them with regard to the issues pertaining to SAHUC. And then, as I stated earlier, I've sent a fire application now forcing DIRCO and SAHUC I sent 2 spy applications. They should be receiving it anytime today. And obviously, we're hoping now to push this thing so that we can get some responses, because I think it's just a matter of clarity, And secondly is that, who gives out the mandate to decide on option 1 without proper stakeholder engagement? We already know Hajj is complaining. We already know UPSA is complaining. We already know tour operators are complaining. We know this Sunni ulama are complaining. So why not talk to each other and resolve this issue and maybe have an understanding?
Haseena, I wanted to ask, in terms of the DA, are they within their rights to take this matter on, given that SAHUC is an independent body?
Yes, a parliament can actually call any entity or any council or something to parliament. I'm actually going to be asking our CRL falls under COGTA, corporate governance. So I'm actually going to ask that our colleague or my colleague, they actually write a letter to the portfolio committee of COGTA to say, please, can we get CRL Commission to come there? We've obviously been liaising with SAHUC. But coming to that point, remember, if SAHUC has been given the authority of a Pilgrims Affairs Office, if you can call it that way, obviously they are now, doing something on behalf of government, if I can put it that way, or somehow, although DIRCO is shirking away from saying that they've given them any mandate, besides the Pilgrims Affairs Office, I think we have a right to ask any question when it comes to public funds or where an entity or any organization is working for the benefit of citizens of the country, or if I can put it that way. And in this case, it's South African, the South African Muslim citizens.
Haseena, one final question. I guess both you and I know, and I know you're a representative of the party, there's sort of like a love-hate relationship with the community, the Muslim community, and the Democratic Alliance. I've been reading the comments, especially on social media, and a lot of the Muslim members on that social media pages, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, have come out and have made comments such as, for example, this is an election ploy ahead of next year's local government elections, and the DA is doing this because they want the Muslim vote ahead of next year's polls. What is the party's comment with regards to this?
Okay, let me just put something very straightforward and frankly. If I wanted to take this up as an election, it's an election tool, I could have done it in the last year, 2022, 2023, because I think it was 2023 when we got the responses. There was a 2024 election. I didn't election tool. This time around as well, I'm not using it as an election tool because the only reason I'm taking it up is, firstly, I'm looking at it this way. The fact that these organizations or these entities or whoever they are that has come to me for assistance means they've got some faith in me as a member of parliament, as a public representative. And obviously everybody knows I'm a Democratic Alliance public representative. But for me, I'm a Muslim first. So before I'm affiliated to any party, I'm a Muslim first. And to me, was something that's so significant, like the fifth pillar of Islam. I think all of us need to step in to say, let's do something to fix this. To get clarity so that we actually assisting our Hajj going forward. Many people will say, it's only 2,500, but the fact of the matter is that 2,500 is rotating every year. It means it's affecting each and every Muslim out there that has made an intention, inshallah, to save up and to go for Hajj. So I think for me, it's not about politics. It's just that I was reached out to maybe first, or maybe other parties were reached out and maybe they didn't do anything, of substance. I'm just getting the narrative that it could be. But for me, I feel as a public representative, the job is to do oversight, and I will do the necessary questions and answers on behalf of those that have reached out to me. And obviously, when I'm putting out statements, when I'm asking this, when I'm doing that, it's for the benefit of everybody out there, and most definitely also the South African, Muslim South Africans, if I can put it that way, because this is where we need the answers for. Tomorrow, you, I, my children want to go for Hajj. We need to know what's going on. It's every South African Muslim's business.
Haseena,
that's why I want to go for Hajj.
Haseena, shukran so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you, I will take that.
That's Haseena Ismail, spokesperson for the DA on tourism, and of course she's also a member of parliament for the party. After the break, the national dialogue. Well, the big question with regards to this is the total costing. What is the total costing with regards to this? I'm going to be speaking to Musi Maimane after the break. He's the chairperson of Parliament's Appropriation Committee. Do stay tuned.